Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise in support of the Main Street Project Mobile Outreach Support Van and the amending motion. The support that the Main Street Project has provided to our city for decades is truly remarkable, and for the last 49 years, they have asked us for very little. Past year and a half continues to be a challenge that we did not see coming, one that has shown us the massive inequity gaps in our services and how we respond and support our citizens in a time of a pandemic. Data has indicated that our traditional response systems are not enough. Our lack of meeting people where they are at will continue to widen the gap for the social and economic outcomes of our most vulnerable population. In addition to failing to meet the basic needs of our residents, those widening gaps will continue to cost the city more every year. More calls to 311 and 911, instead of proactively taking the necessary steps to support the root causes of people who are experiencing poverty and homelessness. We continue to make clear budget choices and priorities within our city. We must reallocate our services to ensure we are meeting the needs of all our residences. The Main Street Project van literally delivers support to our unsheltered population who, let's not forget, are also Winnipeggers. The van expertly triages the complex needs of those experiencing homelessness while relieving the stress on our fire, paramedic, and police calls. In November of 2020, we received the Bloomberg Harvard Initiative report. Data from this report indicated that nearly 50% of the calls to 911 are coded as non-urgent, meaning they did not represent an imminent threat to life, limb, property, or personal security. The Bloomberg Harvard report told us that response mechanisms other than our fire, paramedics, and police are needed. It is a constant challenge to redistribute our overextending city resources to attempt to meet the needs of our communities. We're always using a Band-Aid reactionary approach. This funding request is an opportunity to better address our homelessness crisis with a dispatchable, affordable service to not only react to calls for services, but to provide a service to proactively assist our unsheltered population to secure proper housing and connect them to the support services should they need it. We must ensure that they receive the funding they need to continue this invaluable work. Some council colleagues may believe this program does not fall under our civic jurisdiction, that healthcare and housing are the responsibility of other levels of government. Well, police, firefighters, and paramedics are employees of the City of Winnipeg and are within our scope of responsibility. I'd like to ask you, over the past year, how many calls do my council colleagues receive about a person occupying a bus shelter or setting up an encampment in their ward? We have a real serious problem in Winnipeg. Our first responder priorities are to address the emergent life-threatening needs of our residents. They are not trained as social workers and cannot offer the wraparound supports to our unsheltered population required on these non-emergent calls. For years, we have asked these frontline workers to respond to the community needs that are not within their traditional scope of work. We know these calls require non-emergency social support workers that city frontline workers do not have the training to properly address. The Main Street Van team builds relationships and honors the complexity of impacts and challenges individuals face to better meet the needs of our unsheltered residents. Not only does the Main Street Project Van have a support worker to address the immediate needs, they also have an opportunity to include a caseworker in the van to ensure that individuals can access the wraparound services they need to not only survive, but to begin to become healthy, contributing community members. Note that this does require a full amount to their request. What we are offering today in this motion is a start. We need more, so much more to support, to have a profound impact on solving homelessness. We must continue to advocate to support the full 24-hour operations with a casework team to provide consistent follow-up services and begin housing people with a wraparound support system. When we look forward into the future, I hope that we can all agree that continued support of this kind with measured, proactive, and compassionate support will address the challenges of our communities. This is an affordable solution. It's tried, tested, and available to scale up with our funding to increasingly meet the needs of Winnipeggers who are experiencing homelessness. I hope that all my council colleagues will support this incredible initiative from the Point Douglas Ward to provide services in every corner of our city.